Ready?
Fightcade has been one of the coolest gaming experiences during this time of my life. I love finding arcade games I've never heard of or played and just jamming on them with a homie. Then there's those rare times where you stumble across some weird insanity like Asian Dynamite that just enriches the entire experience and tickles the WTF part of my brain. I'm very excited to share another one of those bonkers games today. I actually found this on Fightcade by accident, typing in something totally different in the app search bar, and it was one of the best happy accidents I've ever had. It has 3 classic ingredients. It's lewd, violent, and fun to play. But before I go balls deep into this game, if you want to help out my channel, please watch this video in its entirety and share it. I would really appreciate it. Now, on to the wackiness that is TH Strikes Back. We open up with what appears to be a flashback scene, with our hero, a dead guy twitching in the foreground, and cut to a mad scientist exclaiming his revenge.
I'll be back.
Skip ahead to 10 years later, and a place called New Life Corporation is being bombarded, when randomly a cut to hard nips and boobs are presented.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
A computer screen reads, "Enemy invasion. Gen breaks troops target Thunderhoop DNA. Alert. TH Project Operation." Where a hero appears in a very Goku-like fashion. I really like this intro because you get the gist of the game's plot very easily. Dr. Wily wants revenge on Not Goku, and he's going to use strippers to do it. That's all I needed to know, and I'm sold immediately. Also, I should note, TH Strikes Back is a sequel to a game just called Thunderhoop. Now, because there's not really much info I could find out about this game, probably because it was made in Spain and not released in the United States, I don't know if the hero is called Thunderhoop, or if that's the name of his powers, but I'm going to settle with calling him Not Goku. Put in some credits and start the game, and each stage is introduced with Not Goku posing as an absolute rip dude does in front of what I'm assuming is planet Earth. A spaceship appears as we get an inside look, and hot damn! It's apparently a thong paradise with the AC left on at 60 degrees, and the leader sitting in the middle that I can only describe as appearing DTF.
You are gonna die. You won't.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, I have no clue what this chick is saying. I've listened to it several times, and I cannot figure it out. I don't even know if it's English, so if anyone knows, please enlighten me. Stage 1 begins and we are introduced to the gameplay. TH Strikes Back uses a 3-button system: shoot, jump, and super attack. It's extremely similar to Sunset Riders, where it's side-scrolling action fused with shmup gameplay. You can find power-ups that increase the size of the blasts you fire, and restocks for your special move. If you get hit once, you die, and when you run out of continues, it's game over. The game can be played with up to 2 players, so if you're playing with someone else, their character is just the not Super Saiyan version of Not Goku. The objective is simple: blow up all the baddies on the screen. And I mean that literally, as when you shoot these sci-fi bimbos from outer space, they blow up like balloons and explode into a spray of blue and red blood and guts. All the enemies just get mystified into a bukkake of their own insides on death that I found really rad and entertaining. This style of gameplay is really fun for me. I find it addicting, challenging, over the top, and just flat out fun. Violently shredding through hard-nippled foes, while running on top of a spaceship without a spacesuit as some Dragon Ball Z inspired brick shithouse just makes me feel like this game was designed for me. We get to the first boss battle, and I was pleasantly surprised with the design, as it actually requires you to learn a pattern, react, and capitalize, which is a little weird for an arcade game like this, because usually they're designed to be cheap and steal quarters. This reject mutant ninja turtle will pick a lane and back up with its spiky shell, so you need to avoid it, get to the other side and attack. As it takes more damage, we'll start to mix things up with random jumps and projectiles. It was then during this sequence that I discovered one of the coolest attack features in this game. You can jump on things as if you're fucking Mario. It's legit Not Goku jumping on Not Bowser. This did not even need to be in the game, but it's so badass that it is. And yes, you can jump on other enemies and bosses as well. Whoever went this route and decided that this was the way to go gets a gold fucking star. It's such a curveball, fun thing to add. Once Not Toka is defeated, he falls and turns into green jizz as the first stage is completed. Our heroes power up and get hit with the quickening from Highlander.
There can be only one.
And it's on to the next stage. A pretty simple gameplay loop and a ton of fun to look at as I really dig the graphics. I like the character sprites as well as their Ki Blast powers, especially when you grab an item that makes you invincible and you can kill everything on touch. I like to call this form not Super Saiyan 2. The stage designs are pretty cool as they have a heavy H.R. Geiger tone to it with lots of organic looking details, like some xenomorph statues, a floating head in a Bacta tank, and of course, the classic demon looking lady with blood gushing out of their mouth and nipples. If you say you had this on your bingo card, then you're a fucking liar. A fun surprise is discovering that the stages have variety. Aside from the basic side-scrolling, you'll come across a couple segments where you're on a moving platform and have to dodge obstacles. And no joke, this shit is the hardest part of the game. You gotta jump, duck, shoot, and as you progress, the shit in front of you comes faster and more frequently. It's totally a stage I would think to see in Battletoads. It just has that feel of challenge and frustration. Or how about when you power up and fly through space in your burning aura, shooting everything like you're playing Gradius? This game just packs in so much, it's hard not to laugh and just have a great time playing it. I also really like the enemy selection outside of the bimbo chicks from Mars, like these mutant frogs and their tight Spanx, or these tiny dinos with a jetpack coming at you with two knives like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. And whatever gross ass disaster this thing is. Seriously, is that a wang with a pair of tits as testicles? What the actual fuck am I looking at? Circling back to the bosses, there are not many bosses in this game, and two of them aren't really anything special, as you got Pterodactyl with the saw blade and Man-Bat. But the dial is then turned up to 11 when you encounter Mutant Rat with big swinging man titties. The dude that designed this boss definitely has a specific fetish. And what's with this chick just standing there watching her big old black dildo waving in the wind? Okay, it's probably not a dildo, but I mean, just look at it. Kinda. Or how about when you get to fight something that looks like it comes straight out of an Image comic? This green mutant lady that squashes you with one blow while having 3 miniguns strapped to her back. I honestly really like the design and creativity for most of the enemies and bosses. It's definitely out there and strange, and it's just so fun to look at. And this boss dies probably the best way I've ever seen a boss die. Nothing like your final action being a hot spray of toot while passing on to the mutant afterlife. TH Strikes Back is just a blast with bizarre and entertaining visuals, over-the-top violence, and fun gameplay. It definitely fulfills a teenage boy's dream of being Goku, blowing shit up, with boobies randomly appearing. I had so much fun playing this game. I love that it doesn't take itself seriously and provided lots of weird shit and a barrel of laughs. Have you played TH Strikes Back? What did you think of it? Feel free to share your thoughts. Thank you for watching.